episode of MASP. So what are we going to do this week?
This week, Stephen, we're going to take a look at like great arcade games that got like a really bad port to systems that had no rights to actually like
have them.
And it's going to be like, how can I say, we're not bashing the games, the original games. We love the games we're talking about.
They're all good, right?
They're all good, and that's why it hurts us so much to play these games, because we're big fans of every game that we're gonna play tonight.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be fun to look at what it looks like on, for example, we're gonna check out like Mortal Kombat on the Sega Master System and some other games. But first off, we're gonna start with the Mortal Kombat game, because we're both big fans of the original game.
Loved it. Yeah.
For me, when Mortal Kombat came out, it was like it just opened my eyes to violence in video games. I'm like thankful for that. And I mean, no kid, everybody has like a memory with that game.
Yeah, it's had some impact. The first time you saw that game,
it
was like so great. It was so out of control. It was so cool.
Like the blood and everything, and like the fatalities.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, that was out of this world when it came out.
I used to love the game, but
what happens? What happens when you take a game like Mortal Kombat that is like, arcade perfection, and you put it on a system like Sega Master System? And that, I'm gonna tell you, we all know the Sega Genesis or the Mega Drive. The Master System was the Sega system that came before the Genesis, and it was already outdated. Like, this game came out in 1993, like the home console port, and already at that time it was outdated. Like, nobody had a Master System.
Yeah, right. It only had 2 buttons as well.
Yeah, it had 2 buttons. It doesn't even have a start button. So it's like a game like Mortal Kombat. It had like, look, when you play Mortal Kombat, you need 6 buttons. How can you take 6 buttons and transfer it into 2 buttons?
You can't.
You can't, but we're about to find out how it plays. So now we're gonna take a look at Mortal Kombat for the Sega Master System.
Yep.
Enjoy, guys. So yeah, we're at the player screen right now. We're playing Cage versus Sub-Zero.
This is Master System Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, and oh my god, it sucks.
Well, first impressions, the animation's horrible.
So you are...
Look at Sub-Zero walking, for Christ's sake. Look at that. Look at that.
And there's no blood. So basically how it works is like you push, one button is kick and one button is punch.
Yeah.
I have no idea what they're...
You can do the uppercut as usual. You can do the roundhouse.
Can I try an uppercut on you? Wait.
Sure, please do.
There you go. That's
Lack of blood.
Lack of blood. I cannot imagine there's fatalities in this game. I cannot see that happening.
Yeah, right, so another censored version of Mortal Kombat.
Oh, like, this is unplayable beyond.
I'm trying to do a special move here at the moment. I'm dead.
Like, what? Imagine the kid that like wanted Mortal Kombat from his dad, and all his friends had like a Mega Drive or a Super Nintendo, and he was still stuck with the Master System.
I really
And then his dad, he came home with this piece of shit, and he thought that he was like doing his son a favor. This is like a punishment for a kid. That should be like a punishment for parents. It's like, go to your room and play Mortal Kombat for the Master System. This is so bad.
It's awful.
Yeah.
I can't even do his ice move.
I think it's. I mean, Johnny Cage.
It's basically the Hadouken.
Look when he's doing the roundhouse kick. How like not smooth this is. Look. Oh.
Dear.
Oh, you got the ice.
Look
at it. Look,
wait for me. I'm coming.
It looks like they painted Johnny Cage in paint. Can you do it again?
Well, yeah. Hang on. No, I can't. Oh, here we go. My God, look at that. It's just a massive pixel.
Yeah. There's no like color change or anything.
And I think that's the same across the entire game. The backgrounds, like the floor, the characters. Okay, they haven't bothered rebuilding the sprites. They've just ripped them out and forced them into the Master System.
Yeah. It looks.
And it didn't work.
And look at this one. It's like an old PC game.
It's not even centered. It didn't even center the number. Like, that is awful.
I think you want to try one more? Or?
We should. I want to get a different character this time. I can't. Yes, I can.
I'm gonna play. Have you noticed that Kane was not in the game? Like Kane was in the original game.
There's only 6 characters here. There's Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, and then I forgot the girl's name.
I haven't played.
Oh,
I got this one. Look.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice.
How about my special moves? Let's see what's good. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, that looks bad.
Look at that. Something happened there. I'm not quite sure what happened there. It's got
off his body. It's just like cut into pieces. Look.
My
okay, wait, look at this one. How is it? There. This is
I don't know if this is the fault of the programmers or just the fault of the system, just not having enough.
But do you think that there's any kid in the world that played this game and like enjoyed it and became good at it, and like, like some poor kid in like Rio or something got this from his parents.
I think it's kind of like a book. You have to use your imagination.
Yeah,
to a
yeah.
certain extent. You have to kind of pretend you're playing the arcade version. You have to really suspend belief in order to actually.
You know, like I'm trying to hit you. Look, it's impossible to like hit somebody.
Yeah, right. And even when you've hit them, you're not even sure that you've hit them. When you're dead, you don't know if you've died or not. It's awful.
This is a bad game. I mean.
So I don't even want to play it, but I'm gonna persevere.
Let's try it. Come on. Oh, that's okay. You go back and you push B. You block.
I suppose the good thing about this is you play this at home on the Master System, and you go to the arcade and you play the arcade version. It's just so.
Imagine the kid that like if somebody didn't know that the arcade existed, they only had this version, and then they came to the arcade. That would be like such a weird, weird experience. Thinking that the game was supposed to look like this.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
My goodness.
This is bad. Like this is horrible. Oh, yeah.
Finish him. Okay.
Do
I can't remember what those are anymore.
Okay, I can't take this anymore. This is horrendous. I'm done. So that was Mortal Kombat for the Master System, guys. I hope you enjoyed it more than we did, because I thought it sucked.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
A horrible experience, which I'll never forget.
So next up we're gonna check Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Great game. Classic, maybe the most classic arcade game.
Yeah, probably
ever.
Iconic.
Yeah, iconic.
Great game. I love playing that game.
Yeah.
But we've heard stories about the Atari 2600.
There's been urban legends.
Yeah.
That it's horrendous. I mean. Like,
did you play an Atari 2600 like in the flesh before?
No, I'm too young to experience that.
Okay, yeah, my friend had one, and he didn't have Pac-Man. But he had a few other games. They're all pretty shitty actually.
The only thing I know about the Atari, I love the sound effects. It's like classic. It's so crisp, and it's like the definition of video game sounds.
Yeah, that's true, and the graphics as well. There's this enormous blocky sprites.
If you want to like do a parody on video games and what you think that they should look like, the Atari comes up right away.
But unfortunately, Pac-Man's not all roses, is it? It's pretty bad. It's badly made. Even for an Atari 2600 game, it's pretty awful.
We did some research before we checked out this game, and apparently he was programmed by like one guy, and he had a deadline.
Classic Atari.
Yeah, classic. He had like a deadline for like a week or something to produce. And this is so weird because this only happened in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
They shipped 12 million copies of this game. And some dude just programmed it in like a basement. Imagine people doing that with like Call of Duty or anything today. Like Grand Theft Auto. It's like one guy just make this game in a week and ship it.
Mortal Kombat on the arcade was only 4 people, if I remember correctly, which is pretty
Tobias
amazing
Boone,
actually.
is his name.
But those guys were talented, you know. The guys at Atari, perhaps the guy who made the Pac-Man conversion, were not. So without further ado,
I'm excited. Let's check out Pac-Man on the Atari 2600. Yo, so we're playing Pac-Man on Atari.
In the loosest sense of the word, we're gonna try and play it.
As you can see, it looks pretty shitty from the title screen. I like the color changes. It's like a 80s disco or something.
Yeah.
But Steven, you want to try this bad boy?
Give it a go. We're gonna have like a competition here, see how far we can get.
We're gonna play basically one game each and see who sucks the most at this sucky game.
I'm gonna give it a try. Here we go.
Try it out. And nothing is happening.
Here we go.
There it comes. So as you see, I love like his.
It's not going well.
Like when he moves, he doesn't move like this. He just moves like this. The ghosts are pretty aggressive, actually.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the AI is actually any good or not. Hang on, there's a block down here. I want to eat it.
Isn't Pac-Man supposed to eat like small pebbles? He's not supposed to be
round powder.
Yeah.
But they're actually lines in this.
He's eating lines, yeah.
Dashes, whatever.
Either Pac-Man is doing pills or he's snorting lines. It's always some kind of drug.
It's just the maze is different as well, right? This maze is different layout to the original.
It was actually like a big problem for Atari because they shipped, as we said, 12 million copies, and they sold like 7 million copies. It was the most sold home console game ever at the time.
Really?
But like everybody who bought the game, not everybody, but most of the people were so disappointed that like so many people returned the game.
It is way different.
It's not really what you expect. I mean, I can't say it's that bad.
I was expecting worse, actually, to be fair.
But I mean, if you've seen the original Pac-Man, I think people at this time didn't really know that some system they couldn't handle
I suppose they're expecting
Yeah,
the
like
same.
when you
So
saw Pac-Man, you wanted Pac-Man. That's what they wanted.
this would have been quite a shock, I should imagine.
You got one more life.
I've got one more pill to collect, and that's the end of that screen.
526. That's good, Stephen.
I got killed like twice right off the bat. Like those guys just annihilated me as soon as I started the game. Here's another block of, what do you think that is? Usually it's fruit, and it's just
a chocolate bar.
It's just the blocks, cheese.
Just a block. So how do you like this game so far?
It's not bad, but I don't see how the levels are any different. I guess you just play to get a high score. So, so every time the level's going to be identical. And with the ghosts, it's difficult to tell when.
I'm wondering, like, what did people expect from Atari? Like, I cannot see Pac-Man getting that much better.
Yeah, than this. Yeah, to be fair.
So I can't. I mean, this game, by the way, is like famous for its suckiness. This was like when we checked lists of like the worst ports ever. This was like on every list.
Yeah.
But for me, the Mortal Kombat is way worse.
Definitely.
Compared to this, but it's my turn.
I lost. That's it. 759 points. See what you can do, Magnus.
Wait, let's see how it goes. So
you must be able to beat that because I did a shocking start at the beginning. I got killed twice immediately. So
there it goes.
So you can get to the first screen without only losing one life. You might be okay. So what do you think? It's not so bad, right?
I mean, control move. Oh, I mean, come on.
It's pretty harsh though. Yeah, the ghosts. I mean, the artificial intelligence that's running.
They're so fast and they just go after you like crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the maze as well. The maze is different. That's important, I think. The way we set it before was just right.
Come on. Okay, I think you have to get like it's more important to eat like the good stuff. Ah shit, man! You're gonna beat me so hard. I got one more life.
Yeah.
You're actually good at this game.
You might get an extra life actually if you just eat some ghosts.
Come on. And now they're. Come on. I'm getting this guy.
Problem is you don't know when they change back to the usual colour. It's not obvious. You know?
In the other one they kind of blink a lot more.
Yeah.
And you know when you have to get away from them. In this game you have no idea.
Warning whatsoever. Like I thought you were gonna die.
You're like there. He just came back to his ghostly self. So what was your score? 700?
Yeah. However, I got to the second screen.
Come on. Oh no. My god.
Do you really care though? You got actually there's one more life after that.
Every time you beat me in something, it's like a failure for my life, Stephen. That's how it works. I have
know
to
your
beat
personality base, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm getting better. No, come on.
We've got a serious bit of separation going on here. There's pills everywhere, just like one or two.
Go up. No.
Completely scattered.
Oh,
come on, that was good work.
Nice. Okay, so look at this. This is bad. Like seriously, I'm bad at this game. But I mean, I'm enjoying it. This is
a block of cheese in one.
Come on, you fucker.
That was fucking.
No.
Fuck.
Shit.
I think you got it on purpose, man, just so you could get out of that game.
Yeah, it was.
It was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, how long could that hold your attention for? Do you think? There's an afternoon.
As an adult or with a kid, as a kid with like a 1 second attention span.
As a kid, with
I would probably just look at this game and not play it at all. So for the next game, we're checking out Double Dragon for the Spectrum.
That is correct.
This is the first time I actually played the Spectrum, guys. So
I had one, yeah. I mean, I had this game too.
Yeah, isn't that like you have a photo on Facebook when you're sitting like a fucking nerd?
Yeah.
That's a Spectrum.
That wasn't a Spectrum. That was an Auric 1.
Slide that photo into the.
That was an Auric 1. Yeah, that was an Auric 1, and that was pretty rare. That was my first computer, and then the Spectrum was my second computer. And
is it a computer or is it a home console system?
It's a computer, yeah. It kind of predates the consoles.
Okay.
So it wasn't really supposed to play games, I guess. I mean, it had like really awful graphics, really awful sound. The sound chip didn't work.
Yeah.
It didn't have much memory. You couldn't really do scrolling on it. Sprites would clash. You couldn't do color.
Yeah.
So with all that in mind, you shouldn't try to port Double Dragon from the arcade to it. It's a recipe for disaster.
It is. I mean, Double Dragon at its time that was a really advanced game. I mean, it came out like in 19. Yeah, so I did this port in 1987. It came out in 1987 again, like I mentioned in the last video. And Double Dragon for its time was a really good looking game.
Yeah, it was pushing the hardware as well. It's like that was the most they could get out of the chips at the time.
Yeah, that's why it was like slightly laggy. But why would you want to take a game that is famous for its like beautiful graphics. The animations of the characters looks awesome.
Yeah.
Even to this day.
It's kind of all about the style, isn't it?
Yeah,
like,
it's
not
just
so
a
much
stylistic
the gameplay.
game, and then you wanna port it to like the shittiest
Home computer.
computer, home computer that at the time, I guess.
Yeah, at the time it was cool to have one, but games like Double Dragon, it just wasn't feasible, and the developers, again, like you said, because it's a cash cow.
Yeah.
Everyone loved Double Dragon. Everyone wanted to get it on their home computer. So, because there's a buck in it, they did it.
And they did it bad.
And this is what it looks like.
Yeah, so we're back and we're playing Double Dragon on the Spectrum.
Yeah.
I got a bit of. Stephen showed me a bit of the footage before. It's fucking horrendous.
It's appalling,
to say the least. You saw the original footage. We showed you, a bit of it when we were talking. So yeah, here we go. This is Double Dragon.
This is level 1.
Spectrum, and you might think that there's no sound. There's actually sound. It's coming soon.
Oh my goodness! Look at that.
This is.
What's going on with the sprites?
It's just got a blowjob there from that guy. I don't understand like the colorway. Like as soon as the character moves into one color, he becomes that color.
Yeah, it's a Spectrum classic.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's something to do with the hardware, I guess. The way it renders graphics on the screen.
But
it's not his forte.
This guy is like a black guy now.
There is a way to do a throw. There's a throw.
Oh shit!
There goes the throw.
Wow.
I'll do another one.
I love the kick. When he kicks, he's just doing this. Like he's just moving his leg up and down
the
like that.
The leg goes out totally straight, doesn't it?
And when he's like kneeing him, it's like faking it.
It's unreal.
And that pixelated fuck in the background is wanted.
There's
like
Willy.
Yes.
Is that Willy? Is that a person?
It's a bunch of pixels, but it might be somebody.
Jesus
the guy is green now. So you actually played this game when you were a kid?
Yeah, this is actually. I actually remember this. I remember it being this bad.
Did you enjoy it?
At the time, like my expectations were different. So this game was perfectly acceptable at the time.
So you actually thought that this is a cool game to,
Yeah, I was pretty happy with it. I love Double Dragon, and again, you have to use your imagination a little bit because this is very different from the arcade.
Somehow I feel sorry for you.
For me,
this is something that
it's traumatized me.
Yeah, it looks pretty shitty.
The face butt. Again,
you can finish the game just going like this.
There's not
all the time.
There's not much skill to it. Just hold the button down. It's going to do that move.
And now he's green. Can you just walk in the corner and he's all white? I want to see what it looks like.
Yeah, I'll do that right now. There he is.
That's the white guy.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, he can be white, he can be green.
And so yeah.
Oh dude, that was fucking shit.
My god.
Yeah, that was. I mean, it's so bad.
I forgot how bad it was actually. I used to put up with that kind of thing. That was horrendous. It wasn't fun. It wasn't playable. Sprites are like shit.
What I think is so fun is like you actually, in your childhood, you enjoy this.
Yeah, and not only that, but like what we just did now, we just went straight into the game. Before, you have to put the tape in a tape player, press play, and wait for about 4 or 5 minutes for that to load. And in between levels, have to switch the tapes out and load the next level as well.
That's like sitting in front of the toilet. And you're just waiting for like a reverse shit to
basically
pop up, and you wait for 5 minutes for that shit to like.
It sucks all the fun out of your gameplay. Just sitting there watching like a flashing screen.
Yeah.
Waiting for the game to load. So.
But the thing about this game though, that what we talked about before, is like it's an honest game, and you can see that it's shit. It doesn't hide its shit.
Yeah.
You look at a piece of shit and you know that it's shit. But for our next game, it's kind of like a, like. You can mix up shit with chocolate sometimes. Not that I have ever did, I don't think anybody did that, but that was my reference, by the way.
Is that what you're talking about, the next game?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. This is like, the next game is like something that looks like chocolate, but oh man, it's shit.
It is actually
It is shit.
Yeah.
It looks really good, and when we did this, this episode, we were talking about like the games that we remember being really shitty.
I remember the arcade version being really good.
Yeah,
the arcade was good.
I love Virtua Fighter, but I remember like as a kid in Sweden, I was a big fan of Virtua Fighter. I had a Sega Saturn. My friend had a Genesis, and he had Virtua Fighter 2 for the Genesis, and I was like, "Cool man, you got Virtua Fighter, let's play it." And I was used to the Saturn version.
Yeah.
And what did I get?
Yeah, you got what you're about to see next.
Yeah, it's
which is an unholy, ungodly abomination.
It's shit sprinkled with gold because it looks really good. For a Genesis game, it sounds good, it looks good, but if you ever experience the real Virtua Fighter, you're in for a fucking nightmare. Yeah, so we're playing Virtua Fighter, and we just thought it would be funny to see the introduction, seeing their hobbies.
It's nice, you can see the 3D arena.
The 3D arena. She likes dancing. Pai Chan from Hong Kong. Lao Chan is her dad. He likes Chinese poetry. Blood Tide B, he's a cook.
He's born 1940.
Yeah.
Quite dead now.
This is funny though, he's from Canada. He's a wrestler and he likes karaoke.
Of course he does.
Yeah. Why not? Jeffrey McWild, Australia, 1927, Fishman and reggae music.
His hobby is...
He's not really Jamaican though. This is the weirdest guy. He's born in 1971. He's a ninja. Wondering a little bit, a ninja, like he's born in 1971, the game is in 1995. What kind of job did a ninja do in 1995 in Japan?
Yeah, it's a good question.
Playing Mahjong, obviously, but what else?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. Certainly, perhaps starring in Sega games.
Yeah, just being a ninja.
Yeah.
Why not? So let's take a look at this abomination.
In fact, I think I'm going to be the ninja, unless you are.
Yeah, go ahead. He has to work for somebody.
Versus mode?
Did we change the set? Like there was a big problem. We played this game and it's like you played for 30 seconds and then it all.
Yeah, let's get the time sorted
out. It was too short.
30 seconds was brutal.
Fuck that.
60's okay, right? Ready to do this?
So best out of 2.
Take a deep breath. Best out of 2. Okay. I don't care if I win or lose in this game. Actually, this is a piece of shit. This is not a test of skill, dude. So whoever can mash the buttons fastest. Really.
I like beating you in whatever. So I'm gonna play.
I might let you win this one. I think.
I'm gonna play.
Okay, I'm the man himself.
I'm Akira. Cage. So it's Japan versus Japan right now.
What should we say? Kage?
I like their smug face like this. Okay.
Straight in with the combos.
The thing is, like, when you see the game, it's hard to explain why it sucks.
I can already see it. It's jerky as shit. Look at the movement.
Yeah, but they can't. Like people, like when you watch this, it probably looks pretty cool.
That's true.
It's just horrendous to play. Like
when you press the buttons, I'm not really sure like if there's any skill to this. I mean, I can't really control it.
This is almost worse than the Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat, I can understand being sucky because it's for the Master System. This is fucking Genesis.
They just shouldn't have done it. Again, it's another example of a game that shouldn't have been ported. If you can't do the 3D in a 3D fighting game, then you shouldn't try and port it.
So I'm blocking.
So again, it's money before before ethics, basically. This game is morally wrong.
But if you look at the background and if you look at the graphics, like they put a lot of effort into this piece of shit.
Yep.
Like with Mortal Kombat, you can see that was like a one-day job. They didn't get anything right. In this, they got everything right, except it's horrible. Like it's
the controls, right?
It's
the most
so
important
bad.
part, especially for a fighting game.
And look when you jump. I mean,
it's not balanced at all. Oh shit! There we go.
I know in Virtua Fighter when you jump, you're supposed to jump like you're on the moon. But in this one, you always jump out, and you cannot really see.
That was like a quirk of the 3D as well, wasn't it? I think that those kind of weird, kind of floaty jumps.
Yeah,
that's really all they could That's all they could manage at the time, working within the constraints of
so
3D graphics.
Who's winning though? Like
back in the day. Well, it's one round each, but.
I'm punching you now. If you just push punch, look, I'm just pushing punch.
Yeah, I'm
beating him.
I'm hitting buttons.
Look, fuck you. Okay, I'm blocking now.
I remember this guy was fast before, but like the animation on the moves as well. It's already like 1 or 2 frames per move.
And as I said, I'm a huge Virtua Fighter fan. I think it's a really good game.
Yeah, despite like the blocky heads and like.
And his smug facing like this.
Practice makes perfect, Magnus.
Okay, I'm gonna try again.
Okay, continue.
I'm gonna be the.
Yeah, I'm at a loss here. Who should I be? I'm gonna be Jackie.
He's a stuntman, right? You know that this is her sister. Sarah and Jackie are sister and brother.
Okay, it's a family affair, isn't it?
Pai Chan and what's his name?
And Lao.
Lao is mom and dad. No, dad and daughter.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, I love this stage.
So they get to beat the shit out of your own daughter then in this game?
Oh, basically. And this is like a sister mother fight. It's like probably some drama about like, who can. It's
not really kicking the shit out of each other. It's just. It doesn't really look like fighting. I mean, when you make contact, you don't know if you're being.
But I really like the sound effects though. Look, like just hear this.
That's pretty nice.
It's cool.
I did a throw, I think.
Oh, nice.
Did you throw me or did I throw you?
I think
you
threw me actually.
And the backgrounds are okay.
The music is good.
Music's good.
It's just the shittiest game ever.
It's just not fun to play. It's actually unpleasant. It's not fun at all.
Yeah, this is. So which like, what's he doing? I think actually like this sounds fucked up, but Mortal Kombat was more playable.
Yeah.
It's hard to like.
And that's really saying something.
Yeah, that was a shitty game, but actually like in Mortal Kombat you could kind of feel when you were hitting somebody.
Yeah. The interdiction on this is just wrong.
Look.
They could have done better, surely. Well, no, they just shouldn't.
Okay, I'll give you one try. Jump, kick me, jump and hit me in the face with a kick.
I'll try and do that now.
Okay, one more try.
Okay, one more time, hang on. Yeah, got it.
Okay, can I try once?
Yeah, okay.
Wait.
It's the flying kick challenge.
One, there I got
Nice, okay. But it's not easy, is it? If I was moving or anything, it would be physically impossible for you to hit me with that move. It's ring out time, boy.
Oh. No, boy.
This character's not too bad, but still just 2 buttons, and I don't know how.
Like, how do you do this special move?
They took out the guy, didn't they? The old man, the drunken master.
The thing about Virtua Fighter 2, like,
that was my favourite character.
In Virtua Fighter 2, for the arcade and the Sega Saturn, they introduced 2 new characters, and that was like the big thing for the new game.
Yeah.
It was the drunken master, and it was Lion, I think, like a French guy that like fights like this.
Okay, you remember better than I do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I was a big fan. Yeah, Shun. Yeah, his name was Shun. And I don't understand, like, how can you call this Virtua Fighter 2 without adding the characters that was, like, you know, the poster names for Virtua Fighter 2?
Yeah, right. The old man was my favourite character.
Yeah, he was so good, the drunken
really
fighter.
Upset about that.
And like, how can you? But I can imagine he didn't really work in the 2D atmosphere, like.
Yeah, perhaps like he's got some mad kind of animations and stuff, character animations and moves. They probably can animate.
Can't play this. This is the worst.
I don't even remember who won what. I don't know if you won or I won, so I just wasn't memorising those battles. Yeah.
Yeah, but anyways, this sucked as probably.
So yeah, who's the Grandmaster? The worst port. Which machine was squeezed so hard that poo came out of it?
Let me think. Okay, I'll get back. Okay, we're gonna have like a 5-minute break right now, kind of deciding what we thought was the worst. So yeah, we were talking about Final Fight for the Super Nintendo. Another bad port that everybody knows about. Not a bad port, but Mortal Kombat for the Super Nintendo. Great game. Big problem. What is that?
As in Final Fight?
As in Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat. The big problem with Mortal Kombat on the SNES. You're gonna have to enlighten me. I've forgotten.
There's no blood.
Of course, Jesus.
That was a big thing.
They replaced it with like blue saliva or something.
Yeah, it was just weird. There was no blood for the Genesis as well, but there was actually a code that you could put in to get the blood. And I remember that was a huge thing when I was a kid. Like, you wanted the blood, you bought the game, there was no blood.
That was just to get past the inspectors, wasn't it? They inspected it, and then the inspectors saw the safe version. Then it was printed in the magazines. The code was printed in the magazines. All the kids put the code in, and it was instant gore fest.
But to summarize this summary picture again. To summarize this is like there's so many bad ports, and we can't cover it all. We covered what we think, like based on the games we loved. Stephen is a huge Double Dragon fan. I'm a Master System fan, and I love Mortal Kombat. Pac-Man.
I saw the worst of all those worlds today, anyway. I think.
So we wanted to get everything from kind of different worlds and different times. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we're gonna be back within 2 weeks or something. We don't have we both work hard. At least you do. I do sometimes. And we want to, we enjoy doing this, and we're gonna keep doing it as long as somebody's watching it.
Yeah, definitely got some good things for next time.
Yeah, there's good things coming. We have
some stuff coming up, maybe a Barbarian episode.
Barbarian episode, yeah.
It's going to be pretty special. Castlevania's going to be really, really good, hopefully.
Yeah, that's actually a promise. Like we're not gonna stop now. It's gonna keep going, and just keep subscribing, keep watching, and I sincerely hope you guys enjoy this, because we enjoy doing it. And this is a wrap for this episode. See you guys in a